Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher.
I
Yes,
sent
good
it already.
All right. So I'm happy with the result of the test, although there are few of you who are not taking the test. Okay. But okay, Pawan, you send it now. I will include it with the submission today. All right. So the others have taken the test. Ton, P, Dean, Pang, Kaimuk, yeah, Alex, and Otto. Okay. So all of you have taken the test. All right. Now, the topic for today, for the finals, we will start with an easier one, and it will be all about probability. All right. So, what do you understand by probability, Kaimuk? What do you understand by probability? Any word or sentence that you can relate with probability? Yes, Kaimuk. You start it first. Kaimuk. Oh, are you there?
Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. Any word or words or sentence that you can relate with probability. What do you understand by that word? Yes. Yes, Kemo?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know, but when you take the test, you are almost perfect. Okay. Uh-huh. Dean, all right. Dean, what do you understand by probability?
I don't know.
Oh, do not say you don't know, because even elementary students can relate when we say probability. Probable, okay, meaning something to happen. Oh, okay. One last question for the boys. Okay, Alex, what do you understand by probability? Alex. Yes, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any word that you can connect with probability, the topic for today, chapter 11. Alex? Oh, okay. Anyway, I will give you an idea. Now,
Yes. Possibility.
yes, Kemuk, again, what was that?
Possibility.
Possibility. Yeah, okay. So that is one word that you can connect with probability, possibility of something that is going to happen. Okay, example. For example, you join a contest. You join a contest. For example, let us say, what contest? All right, so writing contest. There are 5 of you who participated in the writing contest. So the event there is the writing contest. Okay, and the probability among the 5, one of you will become the winner. Okay, so that means that is the result, or that will be the outcome or the result of that event. Okay, so every day in our life we are related with probability. Even our life is, there is probability, and that's sure that all of us will die. That is 100% certain that all of us will die, but we don't know when. Okay, so that is probability. Changes, everyday change is a probability, but we don't know how, and we don't know why, or we don't know how would it be done. So every day, all right, so that is one. So you are now there with that topic on probability. Okay, So let me share to you the discussion that we will have. Okay. All right. So there you go on probability. This describes how likely it is that an event will happen. Okay. So that is one description of probability. And we can measure that one. We can say certain, or that is 100% to happen, likely, or about more than 50% to happen, unlikely, less than 30%, or impossible, meaning it will not happen. Okay, so that is an overview of probability. Okay, so now we will focus on the first topic, and that will be all about event and outcomes. All right, event and outcomes. Now, for example, you joined in the sports day. Okay, although sports day has been canceled, but you joined in a tug of war, and there were 4 teams. All right, 4 teams, and each team have the participants. Now, the event there is the tug of war. Okay, so we are speaking of events and outcomes. And the outcomes there is that either of the 4 teams will be the winner of that event. Okay, so that is what we mean by event and outcomes. All right. Okay. So events is the happening. Okay. Event is the happening, the activity, or the task that has to be done, and the outcomes will be the effect, will be the result, or will be the thing to happen. All right. And outcomes can come into 2. All right. And outcome can come into 2. First, it would be like equally likely outcomes or not equally likely outcomes. What does it mean? Equally, okay, meaning equal. So when we say equally likely outcomes, that would mean that the chance of getting the possible outcome is the same. Again, the chance is the same. All right, okay, we will take up that one by one. And not equally likely outcomes would mean that the chance of getting the possible outcome is different. Okay, so again, the event could come into 2 outcomes, equally likely and not equally likely outcomes. Okay, so we will take some more examples to that, so that you will understand better. Okay. Now, let's take, for example, this situation or the happening or the activity. 4 friends, namely A, B, C, and D, enter a kickboxing competition. There are only 4 contestants. Okay. The question, state the event. Okay, so that is number 1. What is the event? And number 2, what are the possible outcomes? So in here, we can now tell which is an event, what is the outcome. Okay, now, question number 1, state the event. So in that case, what is the event? Just like what I have said before, the example, in a tug of war, the tug of war is the event, and the result is either of the team will win. Okay, so here 4 friends A, B, C, D enter a kickboxing competition, and there are only 4 contestants. All right, state the event. Pawan, what is the event on that situation?
Again, please.
What is the event? Okay, this is the situation, right? This is the situation. 4 friends. Okay, so this is the overall Okay, so this is the overall situation. Now the question is, what is the event?
Teacher, what PowerPoint are you showing to us?
Come again?
What PowerPoint are you showing to us?
Oh,
Because
oh.
in this screen is probability.
Oh my God. Okay. Why? Okay, I will share it again. Why you didn't tell me? I am already discussing. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so we go back. Okay, so I will discuss it to you again. All right, so can you see now there?
Yes.
Okay, can you see events and outcomes?
Yes.
Okay. So we said that events is the thing or the happening or the activity, and the outcomes will be the result. Okay, the result or the effect or the happening. So outcomes can come into two. First is equally likely. Second is not equally likely outcome. Okay, so equally meaning the chance of getting possible outcomes is the same. So the same chance. Not equally, so therefore it is not equal. So the chance of getting possible outcomes is different. All right. So those two possible outcomes will come in. Equally likely, not equally likely outcomes. Okay. Now we will take that one into an example. Okay. So this is what I have read. 4 friends, namely A, B, C, and D, enter a kickboxing competition. There are only 4 contestants. Now, state the event and the number 2, the possible outcomes. Okay, Pawan, state the event on that situation. What is the event?
4 friends, namely A, B,
Okay,
C,
you make it
and
short. What is the main event?
A, B, C, and D.
Again,
Enter the
main event.
boxing.
All right. So the main event there is the kickboxing competition. So that is the event. And number 2, state the possible outcomes. What will be the possible outcomes? Otto?
Yes.
Okay, what will be the possible outcome? So the event is the kickboxing competition. Now, what will be the possible outcomes? Give me one. Take note, there are only 4 contestants, namely A, B, C, and D. So give me one possible outcome. Yes, Otto? If the 4 friends A, B, C, D join the kickboxing competition, what could be the possible outcome or result? Okay, I give one and then you follow. A will win the competition. So that is one outcome or result. Second, Otto.
Yes.
Okay, what is the second? A, okay, my answer, possible outcome will be A will win the competition. What is yours? What could be the possible outcome? Yes, Otto. Hello, Otto.
Possible outcome.
Okay, so I said the possible outcome one will be, number 1 could be A will win the competition. Next, what is the other possible outcome? Take note, there are 4 possible outcomes here because there are 4 friends or contestants, A, B, C, and D. So, yes, Otto, give me one outcome.
A.
Yes, I already answered. A will win the
A.
competition.
A,
B,
B,
okay,
C, D.
all right. So the possible outcomes will be, it is either A will win the competition, B wins the competition, C or D wins the competition. So that will be the possible result. We don't know who will win, but the possible outcomes is one of them will win the competition. Okay? So you have there events and outcomes for the possible result. Okay, so just like what Kaimuk said, possibility. Okay, is that Kaimuk or Dim? So possibility. So that means the possible winner could be A, or possibly it could be B, or it could be C, or it could be D. So therefore, there are 4 possible outcomes on that event, which is the kickboxing competition. All right, so let us dig deeper. What do we really mean when we say equally? Okay, equally likely outcomes and not equally likely outcomes. All right, so let's take some more examples. Okay, you can go, Kaimuk. All right, so here, define or decide in that event whether it is equally likely or not equally likely outcomes. Now, again, equally likely means that the chance of possible, okay, chance of getting possible outcome is the same. Equally likely. Not equally likely means that the chance is different. Okay, let us put that one into some more examples. All right, a coin toss. A coin toss. Ton. Is it equally likely or not equally likely outcome? Ton. Ton, please unmute.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, question number 1. Okay, state whether it is the event is equally likely or not equally likely outcome. Number 1 is coin toss. What do you think? Equally likely or not equally likely? Ton?
Equally.
Equally likely. Okay, so why equal? Take note that, for example, if this is your coin and if you toss it this one, it could be a head or a tail. So that means they are having the same chance because you can either only have the head or the tail. So same chance. So that is why it is equally likely outcome. Okay, so that's very good. So equally likely, a coin toss is equally likely outcome. Okay, number 2. All right, Pang. Number 2, Pang. Bicycle race of 50 persons. Okay, that is the event. Now analyze what could be the outcome. Is it equally likely or not equally likely outcome? Pang? Yes. What is your answer? Equally likely or not equally likely? Bicycle race of 50 persons. Yes, Pang? Yes. What is that? Equally likely or not equally likely outcome? Not. Okay, very good. That's correct. Not equally likely. Of course, they don't have the same chance. Why? Because in a bicycle race, it depends on the player. If he is strong, then he will win. If he practice a lot, then he has a good chance of winning. So that means they don't have the same chance, but it depends on how the player perform on that competition. So not equally likely. Okay, so that was good. Okay, what about the third event? Rolling a dice. Proud. All right, Proud, please unmute. Rolling a dice. Is that, okay, that is the event. Is it equally likely or not equally likely? Proud, what is the answer? Proud? Hello, Proud, are you there? Proud? OMG. All right, P, okay, P. Rolling a dice, is it equally likely or not equally likely outcome? P?
Yes.
Okay, what is your answer? Equally likely or not equally likely? Rolling a dice. What could be the outcome or result? Equally likely or not equally likely?
Equally likely.
Equally likely. Very good. Okay, so that is correct. Equally likely. Okay, take note that a dice has the dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And of course, when you roll a dice, the chance is the same. Okay, so the chance is the same. So that is equally likely. When you roll the dice, it can be a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. So the chance is the same. Compared with number 2, where the chance is not the same because it will depend on the player. Okay, so that's very good. That's correct. Event number 4. All right. Let me ask. Okay, Dean. Event number 4. A jar contains 23 red, 14 blue, and 13 green marbles. Okay. Is that equally likely or not equally likely? Dean? Dean? Yes.
Equally likely.
Come again, come again.
Equally likely.
Equally likely or not equally likely?
Equal likely.
Again, I cannot hear. Okay, I just hear likely. Okay, you make it clear. Equally or not equally?
Equally.
Okay. Remember that the marbles have different numbers. So you have 23, the other is 14. All right, the other is 13. So therefore, is it equally or not? Is it equally? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, so they are not equally likely because the numbers are not the same. So therefore, the highest chance, okay, let me ask, okay, what color likely that you will get the most? What color that you likely get the most? Alex. Number 4, question, event number 4. What color has the chance of getting the most? Red, blue, or green? Alex? Alex?
Sure.
Okay, so what color has the highest chance of getting the most? Yes? What color? Alex? Oh. Okay, okay. So,
Equally.
No, it's not. Okay, the answer is not equally, but the question is, what color has the highest chance that you can get the most? What color that most likely you can get if you pick it at random? So the highest chance is
Red.
red, of course. So red has 23. The others are only 13 and 14. So therefore, red has the most likely highest chance of to be picked up. And the least chance is, of course, green because it has the smallest number. All right. So that is all about events and outcomes. So that will be all the topic that we have for this afternoon. All right. So let us now go to the task and let us see if you can answer our task. So please take out your workbook, those who have, and open to page 128. Again, you take out your workbook and open to page 128. Okay. So let us check and okay, let us check and evaluate if you get the discussions on events and outcomes. Equally likely or not equally likely outcome. Okay, so open to page 128. Page 128. And the date of today is Friday, 14 January 2022. All right. That is for number 2. Okay, we start on that one. Number 2, A, B, C, D, A, F. Okay, so I will answer A, B, C, and you answer D, E, F. Okay. Okay, so we will answer A, B, C. All right, letter A. The event is toss of a coin. All right, toss of a coin. Equally or not equally? Guys, toss of a coin. Equally or not?
Equally.
Equally. Okay, so equally likely. All right, letter B. Basketball game between two teams. So it is not equally because it will depend on the strength of the players. Okay, so if one has a good shooter or one has the tallest player, then the chance is higher.
Equally.
So not equally. Letter C, 100 red beans, 100 green beans. So
Equally.
equally. All right. Equally likely. And now you answer letter D, E, and F. Okay, same with that one. So you answer that one. We have still 3 minutes more. All right, so number 3. Most likely get and least likely get. Okay, number 3, we have this I. And we have the second I. Okay. Situation number 3, letter A, I. A container contains 4 pairs of blue socks, blue, 4, 14 pairs of white socks, so therefore 18, and the rest are pair of black socks, and the total is 35. So 4 plus 14 is 18, and 35 minus 18 is 17. So 17 for the black socks. So question most likely get. So of course, there are 17 black sack. So black sack has the most chance of taking out. And the least likely to be get is blue sacks, because blue is only 4 pairs. So blue sacks. Now you answer the rest. You answer letter B. Okay, so this is letter A. Now you answer letter B and letter C. Okay, most likely and least. Okay, most likely and least likely to be taken out or to get. All right. So I guess you can finish that one. So that mind you, I will now strictly check the activity that you have, because many are not answering the task. So I will really check now. Okay. So I answer 5, you answer 5. All right. So if you're done, then that will be up for this afternoon. If you are finished, we have 1 minute left. Okay. And Pawan, you sent it already? Did you send it?
Yes.
Okay, so I will check it. And before the time ends, I would like to thank you all for your participation today. Okay, so you are very good. And a reminder, please do not go outside if you don't have important matters, all right? To take note, situation is getting worse again. So please keep safe always, okay? So you complete the activity. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you on the next. All right. So thank you so much, everyone.
Bye bye, teacher.
Bye-bye, and see you.
Thank you, teacher.